I'm Robin Bell and I'm an English Language Teaching Fellow.
Dan Harding and I'm the Learning Technologist for Keele Management School.
I'm Rachel Jick.
James Peacock.
Barbara Kelly.
Jodie Harlow. I'm the head of the English Language Unit.
I'm a lecturer from the School of Nursing and Midwifery.
I'm the Deputy Head of Planning and Secretariat.
This summer I took part in the Erasmus Staff Mobility Programme for University Administrators. I spent 1 week at Radboud University in Nijmegen in the Netherlands.
In Sweden.
Norway.
University of La Laguna in northern Tenerife in Spain.
France.
Spain.
And Turkey.
Umea University in Sweden.
Turin, Poland, the Nicholas Copernicus University.
I suppose what I was hoping to get out of it was a better understanding of students' expectations in different countries, students' needs in different countries, and I would then be able to utilise that in my teaching of similar students here at Keele.
One has to be absolutely honest and say the thought of going to Tenerife is not a bad one in terms of a holiday anyway. But professionally, it was very good for I was looking forward to getting a chance to see how American literature was taught in a different context.
Trying to find out how other universities manage distance learning, manage large cohorts of students in terms of online learning, e-learning.
One of the benefits of exchanges is that additional sort of educational and work projects can be set up.
It's easy, it's doable, and it's very exciting and invigorating.
I think it's always good to compare what you're doing with other places. I could have perhaps learned from a British university, but there were so many similarities in Britain that I'm not sure whether that would be as advantageous as going to an overseas university. I think an international experience exposes you in so many ways to different approaches, different contexts, that the pace of learning is much quicker.
And they were very interested in learning about how we taught in Britain.
There was also plenty of opportunity for some informal kind of discussion and networking.
I really enjoyed the sessions that I taught. I thought the students were great, as I said. We had a lot of fun. I hope they learned something.
Typically I might have 2 classes in a day. It's not an overwhelming workload.
What we are expected to do is teach a certain amount of hours. Obviously, in addition to that, there's time that is set aside to sort of meet and talk about ongoing projects or perhaps discuss potential new projects.
I went everywhere by bicycle rather than by car, so they even gave me a bicycle to use for the week whilst I was there.
Most, if not everybody, in the university spoke English very well. I was able to function in English, so that was very comfortable and convenient.
Once I got home, I missed it a little bit, which for just being there for a week, it was quite strange. It had quite a big effect.
But whilst the university is in a different place, it's got a different research profile, it's got a different student profile, many of the issues that they're facing are similar to the ones that we're facing.
Increased workload, increased demands of students that their courses be ever more practical for them. So these are things that we can confer on together.
So they were very much in a transitional phase, just as we are in Britain, but their context was different.
I'd really like to thank all the staff in the Centre for International Exchange and Development.
Well, I was reassured before I went that expenses would be paid, and I was clear about the limit to which those expenses would be paid, and I had no trouble staying within that limit. They
were very, very supportive of my visit, and the administrative support that's available from within the centre is tremendous.
Sometimes you get quite blinkered to what's going on away from your own institution.
So it just gives you new ideas rather than doing the same thing the same way.
So really, making connections. Professional connections with other lecturers, other departments.
In my view, it makes me a better teacher.
I don't think I could say I learned one thing or even several things. It's more of a sort of process.
The exchange went ever so quickly, and my hours of teaching just seemed to fly by.
The enthusiasm and the energy of the students is quite gratifying.
It just gives you a totally different insight into how you teach
It just refreshed the reality of what the students are studying English for.
The Erasmus mobility scheme was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot from it. It was great to visit another country, great to make new contacts with people who are working in the same sphere, and I wish I could do it twice.
I think it's an absolutely wonderful scheme. It's very refreshing, very invigorating, and it works both as a break from work and as an inspiration to work.